Another spooky video. We watched the Dolphin Man video.
I don't think there's anything in here.
I think we should watch another one of their videos.
It's a guy.
This one's only a few minutes long. All right, I'm putting down a YouTube video for a minute.
What are the chances that we'll actually...
I'm going to do this new thing I have set up. I want to try a little campfire thing in OBS. How does that look? Looks kind of weird.
Find something.
Whether we find something or not, Shelby thinks she's in danger.
Well, this is a channel we were watching the other day, and they like, you know,
Dude, I think that's it.
they like write these dumb little situations.
Hello, Lux Army. Wow, thank you so much for almost 1 million subs. We're so close to 1 million, so if you haven't already, make sure to...
They go to like people's houses, and there's like creepy clowns and stuff.
We received an email from an 18-year-old girl named Shelby. She says that she's been seeing a strange figure outside of her window. Now, we were pretty suspicious of this until she sent us this video.
Nah, I'm probably just gonna do this for a little while now.
She wants us to come check it out, so we're gonna head out there tonight and see what's...
It's for real.
So do you think Shelby's telling us the truth, or do you think she's just trying to get our attention?
Dude, she sent us a video.
Yeah, but that could have been her friend. What are the chances that we'll actually find something?
Whether we find
Move
something
this
or
down
not,
a little
Shelby
bit.
thinks she's in danger. That means we gotta investigate.
Okay, I think we're here.
I know, I gotta make like a little like overlay for this.
Let's go.
Make it look a lot better.
Alright, so we're walking up to her house right now. Go see what this girl's gotta say. Alright.
The long boy, yeah.
Right? Parker,
Never takes his sunglasses off.
come in.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, always is like overreacting.
Okay, Shelby, so tell us what you've been seeing.
Who's recording them if he's recording?
Well, I've seen him peeking into my window from my room, and I also see him sometimes in my backyard when I pull into the driveway.
There's a third unseen cameraman?
He just disappears.
What do you mean he disappears?
How does that work?
He's standing there, but whenever I go up to him and I come back to it, he's just gone.
That doesn't make any sense.
The other night, when I woke up, he was
Oh, is the campfire sound on?
paralyzed.
I didn't even know that.
I could not move.
Thank you for telling
Do
me.
you think this guy is
Should be off now.
inside your house at night?
I mean, I've heard noises.
Yeah, I guess a
in the
tripod.
house, but I've been too afraid to check. So it's
Maybe.
impossible.
Or
Okay,
there's a third
Shelby, let me
cameraman.
ask you a question. Do you feel safe in your home right now?
No, I don't think I could spend another night here alone.
Okay, Shelby, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna set up cameras inside and outside of your house tonight. Just go to sleep like normally tonight. We'll be watching a live feed from the cameras on our phone in our car tonight. Alright?
On our
let's
phone
set
in
up
the car.
cameras. Shelby, if you wanna get ready for bed?
This must be before they started staying in the house. It's the same house every time too, I think. It's like one of their friends' house, they like put someone randomly in.
Hi, can we put a camera in your room?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Alright, this should be good.
Alright, this should be good.
Okay, so we're waiting outside in the car right now. Shelby looks like she's just getting into bed. We have all the cameras running. We got
They're
one
just
outside
like
our
watching
house.
her get in
We got
bed.
one in her room, one in the living room. So let's just keep waiting and see if we find anything.
Outside. Yeah, I hate falling asleep in like jeans.
Dude,
You
we've been
wake up
waiting for almost 2 hours.
with like
Can we
clothes
just
on like
go
that
home
and
and tell her we
feels
slept
like
the whole night?
trapped inside
No, we
a
can't.
bag or something.
Why, dude? This
Hate
is
it.
pointless. I don't think that video was even...
Dude, let's just keep waiting. It's not that hard.
Oh man, he just got told. Just keep waiting. It's not that hard.
Dude, look. What's that in the backyard camera?
Dude, look.
Dude, look harder. Look at the bush.
It's nothing.
Dude, look
It's a bush.
Closer.
I think that's him.
Let's go confront him. You ready?
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
It's just a bush. What? Having trouble getting over the edge?
Find him.
It's Stalker Chan.
Where is he? He was just here. Dude, he was just here. Yo, look. Yo, let's go get him. Yo, where's he? Dude, he was just here. Where is he? Shelby, scream.
Jesus, her scream is piercing.
Oh! Dude, hold on.
Let's go.
Come on.
Shelby! Shelby!
He's there. He was there.
We didn't get out. We saw him in the backyard. Let's go.
Let's go.
They saw him like 20 minutes ago.
Go, go.
They just like let her stay in there. This music too.
Let's go.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, what is that?
It's the guy. It's the guy.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hurry.
It's the guy.
Go home, all right?
Let's get out of here, dude.
Shelby is no longer living in her house.
Hey guys, thank you for watching.
Hey guys. All right. Let's watch another one.
If the guy has a problem with
If the guy has a problem. Trying to find a good one. Trying to find a good one. Not a stalker in the woods. We watched that one. All right, we'll watch this one. All right.
I have a really bad feeling about this.
If somebody's actually living in that vent, this is really...
I think that was real. I'll let you decide
What's that noise?
what I think about that.
Hello, Lux Army. So for this
What's the
episode,
disclaimer?
We received an email episode.
These videos are produced with the intention to entertain and promote online safety.
Hello,
Okay.
Lux Army. So for this episode, we received an email from an 18-year-old girl named Lydia. Lydia thinks that she has someone living
Why do they
in
have a
her
boat?
house who's been talking to her at night through her vents. Now, we thought this was pretty crazy until we saw this video that she sent us.
What is up with their house? Oh my
So we're
god.
gonna head over to Lydia's house tonight to see what's going on. But first, a quick word from our sponsor.
I'm trying to listen to my music, but these homemade headphones suck. I wish I could afford new ones.
Just use Zap Serve.
I respect their hustle.
So, what are you thinking about the situation?
I won't lie, dude, that video actually really freaked me out.
Dude, this whole situation is making me feel really uneasy.
Dude, we really need to be
Yeah, just in
careful
case you need a
with this
boat in your-
one. I actually have a really
your
good
house.
feeling about this.
Let's just investigate and find out what's happening over there.
I'm curious, when Critical does like YouTube nights, does he usually let like the ads play that a YouTuber does, or does he like fucking skip over that?
Let's go.
Let's knock on this door.
Anyone knows?
Hi,
Hi.
Lydia. Nice to meet you.
Hi, can we come in?
Yeah, come in. I'll show you where the problem is.
Show us where the problem is. Okay.
Were they like plumbers now?
So this is my bedroom.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay, so can you tell us what the problem is?
There's just something freaky going on. Something with the vent.
Something with the vent. Can you explain that a little bit more?
The other night something happened. Someone was talking to me. It was sleeping and then I woke up and I was so paralyzed in fear. Didn't you see the video I sent you?
Yeah, I saw it. We just
Oh.
kind of doubting the author
Fucking-
a little bit.
I swear something is in there.
Dude, let's check
Okay.
it out. Let's check it out.
So we're gonna open this vent. I don't think this vent is really big enough to even fit someone in it. Did you open this vent before?
No, I don't touch that.
Well, the cover is open on it. Shine the light down here. There's stuff in there. Dude, you're not gonna believe this. Yo,
There's stuff in
did you
there.
put this in here?
Why'd you put your hand in
I
there?
swear I did not put that in there.
You didn't put this in here.
No,
This is a fresh apple core.
I did not. I swear to God, I did not put that in there.
What the
Lydia,
fuck?
there's no way a human could fit in this vent. What is
There
this?
has to be something going on. What do you mean?
There's half of an egg in here?
What?
It
Why would you
smells pretty
smell
fresh.
it?
I swear it wasn't me.
You don't. I mean, you don't sound that shocked about it.
Why are you being an asshole? Why don't you believe me?
This is getting weird. This is a weird
I
one.
did not put anything in there.
Confrontational.
Somebody's actually living in that vent. This is really dangerous.
So Lydia, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up cameras around your house.
Why are you being an
Friday
asshole?
night, and we're gonna try to capture this for ourselves on video.
Get to work.
Okay. All right. Let's set the cameras and let's fix this mess.
Ew. Did you throw it in a toilet? The fuck? Yeah, like it's some more weird food.
All right. So we're in the car watching the footage right now.
Dude, this is pointless. We've been here so long.
Bro, we gotta keep watching it.
What?
Yo, wait. Yo, wake up. What's she doing?
Hmm?
What's she doing? Look at her.
Nothing.
Dude, she's freaking out.
Oh, there's a whole 20-piece nugget in this vent.
Do you hear that?
And what is it?
What the fuck?
Dude, we gotta go. There's no time to waste, man.
What the fuck?
Stop! Stop!
Postman Pat?
Let's go! What's going on? What?
He's talking through the vent!
So, what? Where's the valley to?
The basement!
In the basement, let's go!
Why didn't they establish that like already?
Yo, shine a light.
I got it.
Okay.
Like where the vent led to immediately.
Dude, this place is creepy.
Yo, look at this. Come here.
Oh my
Dude, what's that
god.
noise?
Dude, what is this room? Dude, stuff. Yo, dude. Excuse me, sir. Can I have a word with you?
What is he
Is
doing?
this your house? Sir, is this your house? Do you think you belong here?
My skin hurts.
What? Why are you in this house talking through the vent to the girl? Is there something wrong with you? Can you talk, please? I don't know what I'm doing here. Is this your little bed where you've been sleeping? Do you know where you are right now? You're gonna get hurt. I'm gonna get hurt? No, I'm not. How did you even get in here? How long have you been in here? Explain yourself, please, talk. I don't know why I'm talking to myself right now. Sir, do you have mental problems?
Wouldn't you just like call the cops if someone was like living in your basement?
Why are you laughing? What about this is funny? Do you realize you're committing a crime? What are you doing? Okay, how about we get you out of the house? Okay, stop it. If you're not going to answer any more questions, then you need to leave. Record him. Record him. Record him.
Record him.
Make sure he doesn't go back to your room. Hurry up. Go upstairs faster. Come on, dude.
Record him.
Make sure he leaves. Make sure he leaves.
They probably even pay him. It's their friend.
He's gone. Okay,
The
let's go
guy
check it
sounds
out.
like a other guy that they use in all their other videos.
Let's go. Let's go to the room. Let's check on him. Let's go. Lydia! Yo, you're right. We gotta get out of here. We got him out of here, but we still gotta go. There's a guy. There was a guy. There was a guy. We got
There
him
was a
out. We
guy.
still gotta go. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The proper authorities. Are they admitting?
Know who that guy
They're not
was,
the proper
so we called
authorities?
the police, and we still didn't really get a conclusion on this. All that we can do is hope that he doesn't come back. Thank you so much for over 500,000 subs. Let's try to aim for that 600,000. And
People love this shit. I mean, I love it, so.
If the guy was
What do you want? Please leave me alone.
Harold,
the mental
Whoops.
hospital is
when
literally
it
right
got
next
hot
door.
in the valley,
Taylor, so nice to meet you, Parker.
Wrong one.
Do you see that? That door's opening. Bro, he just destroyed our camera.
Hello, Lux Army. Let's smash 100,000 likes to show how strong we are. So for this episode, we received an email from an 18-year-old girl named Taylor. Taylor's parents have been out of town on vacation for the past 2 months, and during this time, Taylor believes that someone has been living in her house with her. She says that she's been hearing footsteps around her house and animal-like screeching at night. Also, Taylor mentioned that
Smash
her
that
house is
bell,
right
smash
next to
that
an
like button.
abandoned mental hospital. She showed us this video for proof.
Wait, what was she doing?
What do you want? Please leave me alone.
So today, we're gonna drive out to Taylor's house to try to figure out if there actually is someone living in there with her. But first, a quick word from our sponsor.
I'm trying to listen to my music, but these homemade headphones
No, not
suck.
this one
I wish
again.
I could afford new ones.
Benefit of the doubt. But after completing your
So what do you think the chances are that someone's in the house with her?
well, I think like usual, we should give her the benefit of the doubt.
But dude, she didn't send us any proof. All she said was she was hearing noises.
So what are you saying? Do you think she's imagining this?
I don't know. Do you think someone from the mental asylum's living in her house?
Dude, all I know is we gotta make sure that there's no one in there with her trying to cause her harm.
All right.
All right. I'm going to shut down now. I'm going to shut down for the rest of the ride. It's just the same guy.
Yo, dude, we're here.
Wait, this is it?
Yeah. Bro, she wasn't lying. The mental hospital is literally right next to her.
Okay, just calm down. Let's go in and talk to her, okay?
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, bro, let's go knock.
Okay.
All right, let's go knock, bro. Yo, 777.
Hi. Taylor, so nice to meet you, Parker.
Is that a different house?
Hi. Come in so we can sit down and talk, please.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Interesting house.
Okay.
So
Beep,
Taylor,
boop,
thank you
beep.
for letting us sit down with you.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit more about what's bothering you?
There's someone who I think is stalking me. I think they're coming into my house at night.
So you really think that this guy lives in here with you?
I know what I saw.
So exactly what did you see?
Alright, so 2 nights ago, I was like downstairs to get a glass of water, and I felt like someone was standing behind me.
turned around, nothing was there, and my bedroom door was open.
So did you see anyone in your bedroom?
No, but I really feel like there was something in there with me.
Have you had any other experiences like this?
Well, the other night, when I was trying to sleep, I felt something touching me, and I wasn't sure if I was dreaming or not.
Are you sure that a lot of this can't just be from your imagination?
Well, I thought I was crazy until I started getting these pictures.
Look at this.
What?
It's in my house.
Okay, thank you for showing that to me.
Are you sure it's not just like a joke?
Thank you
by
for
your
showing that to
friend
me.
Or boyfriend?
Listen, I know there's someone in my house. I just don't know where.
Okay, Taylor, so tonight we're going to be putting cameras all over your house, trying to figure out if there actually is someone in here. We're going to be watching the cameras live on our phone in the car. I don't want you to worry about anything now. I just want you to go to sleep.
He's trying to emulate
Tonight,
Zach
let's get
Bagans.
to work, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's get to work.
Okay, let's go.
He's Zach Bagans' like little brother.
All right, guys, so let's just set up some cameras in this house.
This place is really big.
Zach
bro.
Bagans.
All right, yo, let's just put a camera downstairs here. It's downstairs camera.
What the hell? Parker, you need to come look at this.
Yo, come on, dude. We gotta put the cameras upstairs. Come on.
Dude. Okay.
Dude, I just found a very suspicious room.
Room right here.
Yo, we gotta put these cameras up.
Go. All right, let's just put a camera in Taylor's room really quickly.
No doorknob. Oh, there it is.
Taylor, can we just put a camera in your room really quickly?
Okay.
Okay, let's go. That's good. All right, so we're just gonna go away in the car now. Everything's all right. Just go to sleep like normally, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Is she supposed to be saying it like that or what?
What's up with her?
Okay, they do nerve just. Dude, what's up with her?
Okay, so we just got back to the car. We set up all of the cameras. We have one downstairs, one in the hallway, one in the spare bedroom, and one in Taylor's room.
Dude, I just can't believe how big and creepy your house is. Do you think we have enough cameras in there?
Yeah, I hope so. Let's just relax now and watch, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a bed. That. No pillows. This other guy just sitting here, literally just like fucking nothing.
Wait, go back to that camera.
What?
Do you see that? That door's opening.
Oh no.
Bro, what the hell is that?
I don't know, dude. I think Taylor was right.
What's wrong with that guy's face?
Bro, can you please stop yelling? Calm down, okay? So we know there's a guy in the house, okay? We just gotta figure out what this guy wants.
Stop yelling, dude. Chill the fuck
I'm
out.
disgusted looking at him. Look, he's leaving the room. Where's he going?
I don't know, dude. Let's just watch him. If he goes anywhere near her, we're going inside, okay?
Like what? What do you mean calm down? Are you seeing this? Calm down, man. That's
Dude,
normal.
why is he making that noise? And why is he taller than the doorway?
I don't know. Is Taylor still sleeping? Let me check. Where did this guy go?
It does kind of look like a
Dude, look,
Slipknot
I found
member.
him. He's downstairs.
Wait,
The new Slipknot member.
Bro, he just destroyed our camera.
okay, again, just calm down, dude. Let's just try to figure out what it is. No.
The fact that he keeps telling him to
So three
calm
of our
down
four
is
cameras aren't
amazing.
working. How is that even possible?
Well, we only saw him destroy one, so maybe there's a problem with the connection or something?
Hold on, let me try to fix it.
Probably. That's probably why he has sunglasses on. He's just always on drugs. He's always high. Modern day night trap. Kinda. All right, dude, calm down. It's a camera, okay? I'm sure it just broke. What?
Wait, I think I know what's wrong. Wait, it's loading.
It's loading? It could just be a commercial for like better internet.
Dude, do you hear that?
Don't let this happen to you.
Screaming.
Wait, what?
Yo, we gotta go inside. Come on. Let's go.
Let's go!
Dude, what was that thing?
Oh, we're in the stairs.
Hurry, we're on the stairs.
Okay, let's go.
Calm down. She's just inside her mattress.
Which way?
Somehow fucking got him trapped inside the room. Ah!
I'm driving.
It was right behind us, dude!
All right, listen, don't worry. We're gonna get you someplace safe tonight. You can stay with us, okay?
All right, relax. Calm down, dude. It's not a big deal. We were never able to get a response from them. Dude, what if that was like...
Thank you guys for watching this video. Let's try to smash 100.
Let's try to smash the world. All right, let's mix it up a little bit. Let's mix it up a little bit. There we go. Here we go. I don't know how much longer we're gonna be going. Probably not too much longer, so.
Now, before we dig into these 5 never-before-seen videos that have been exclusively sent in to us by our incredible...
We got enough for now.
We wanted to let you know that if you enjoy our videos...
A link to the last one.
Consider
it's called Life of Luxury.
Lots of our videos are not ad-friendly, and thanks to the Patreons... These next few clips were sent in by Lockie, and he is convinced that something has latched onto himself and his fiancée, and is now following them around.
If the guy has a
Lockie is a skeptic by nature.
Here's the
but
video.
because things were getting a little too
Or their
weird,
channel.
he started researching the paranormal and performing experiments. Things came to a head a few years ago when
So this is 5 terrifying ghost hunting videos.
Building in Hastings, which is at the very bottom of the United Kingdom, and is most famous for the Battle of Hastings in 1066. Locke electromagnetic fields.
Where's the
commonly
actual
attributed to
recording?
a spirit's presence. Shortly after arriving at the house, Lockie could hear noises and footsteps from the attic area. His fiancee's sister explained that when they first moved into the house, they searched the attic and found some bloody rags and several old items up there. Being keen to find out more, Lockie decided to use the spirit box
What is that?
in the attic to see
On the
if it could
left.
pick anything up. Well, we have here a part of that recording session. Take a look.
Is anybody there? Do you have a name?
I'm not sure what I think about Ghost Box.
Are you close at all? Why are you here? Where are you standing right now? Whoa, I'm down in the kitchen. Are you down in the kitchen?
Through that.
Turn around.
Don't come near me. Don't come near me. Don't come near me. I swear to God, don't come near me.
I was getting a little busy. How many of you are there? Are you near the stairs? I'm gonna walk around. If you could walk near the device, that'd be nice.
The voice of the spirit box just sounds spooky.
Ever since doing this,
Like, on its
session and
own.
trying to communicate directly,
Like if it was
Locke
Microsoft Sam, it
had
wouldn't be
all
as
kinds of
scary, you know?
things happen to them that were not happening before this. Things like night terrors, doors opening and locking on their own in their flat, and Lockie even heard something strange whilst live streaming, which he caught on video. Take a look.
Ugh, finally. Oh, I'm gonna.
What is this? What game is this? This looks familiar. Is this The Witcher? Yo, the ghost of The Witcher.
Nothing like indulging in a little bit of red wine whilst playing The Witcher 3, where I'm eventually gonna be playing the Blood and Wine. Plus, there's noises in my flat.
With hacked money? Oh yeah, look at all that cash.
I'm getting pretty sure this place is haunted.
What? Well, you can't be talking about it and then have it happen.
Pretty sure. Okay, continuing on.
At this point, Lockie jumps up. He genuinely thought someone was in the flat. His fiancée was at work, so he was totally alone. Now, what you cannot see in this clip is that when he went into the hallway, he noticed that the bathroom door was wide open, even though it was always kept shut. There are no windows or doors in the bathroom, nor were any open in the flat at the time.
Is that really it?
What you can see here is Loki checking the fridge to see if anything had fallen in there, but there was nothing. At the time, he shook it off and had a glass of wine, as he didn't want to embarrass himself whilst live streaming. But to this day, he is still not 100% convinced, although cannot explain the weird things that are happening.
Roger's Cemetery.
He sent us a couple of suggestions, but the one we think is the most interesting was filmed in Rogers Cemetery in Arkansas during a midnight tour of the graves. Now, we did a bit of research into the cemetery and found nothing remarkable. It's not particularly old, and it's a large city-managed cemetery with approximately 2,500 grave sites and no reported paranormal activity that we could find. That is until now. The team initially used a variety of equipment to try and make contact with the dead with little success. That was until they honed in on a couple of infant graves using a Kinect SLS camera, and something extraordinary happened.
Infant graves.
Just for those who aren't aware of this piece of equipment, it supposedly detects spirit forms that cannot be seen with the naked eye.
I've never heard of this.
It has an infrared light projector with a monochrome CMSO sensor that shows everything as dots arranged in 3D formation. The software sees people or ghosts by recognizing joints and movements. These then show up on the screen as stickmen. You may have seen this being used in Ghost Adventures. Now, we do not know how accurate
I've never heard of that.
these cameras are, although a lot of ghost hunters use them, and it definitely picks something up. Whether it was the image of the restless children, well, that is up for you to decide. But check this out.
Holy crap, what is that?
They're sitting down.
Trying to crawl out of the grave.
Hello. We can see you.
Can you say something, Jack? Or Daniel? You're already You weren't alive long enough. I know you can't say anything.
You weren't alive long enough.
You lived
Jesus
1 day.
Christ, man. Are you provoking
It
infant
looked like somebody
ghosts?
sitting on the ground.
1 day.
Pretty strange.
That's so fucking lame.
Experts found near impossible to farm, and that natives claim to be cursed.
This video
A
is a
great deal of
bust.
paranormal activity has been reported.
I'll put it on a
about
different video
Misery
after
in the
this.
surrounding areas, especially in the woods and the road that runs through it. Visitors have reported visions of ghastly children and a woman calling for help, while others have smelt foul odors or blood and heard growling when no animals were in sight. Glowing orbs and shadow people are also a common occurrence, and Mount Misery Road is said to be one of the most haunted roads
I'm not
in
a
the
big
United States. So walking through Mount Misery Woods
electric
at night
voice
with nothing
phenomena.
more than a flashlight and a camera.
Man, I don't know. They
takes a
never really
brave
do it for me.
person. Take a look at this.
Completely blocking out the sky.
Yeah, no, I never really
Did you see that? Well, Lynn didn't at the
convinced by
time,
any of it.
and only noticed what looks like someone's head floating across the screen after she reviewed the footage.
You see it?
It's worth remembering it was pitch black in those woods, and the only light source was the camera and a torch. So was that the apparition of some unknown soul, or is there another explanation for the anomaly? Let us know what you think, and also don't forget to check out Linfamous TV's channel. So that's it for this video. We hope you've enjoyed these.
I won't see anything. There we go.
I lived in Astoria in Ravenswood houses in the 90s. I was friends with the mailman, who was a really cool guy.
With some animations.
His name was Rich. What happened after New Year's was crazy, and for months
That last channel was
I
called
saw
Top
this
5.
man
This is called Juan
deteriorate
C.
into a
Animations.
killer. Rich was an all-around cool guy. He was a good-looking, charismatic mailman who delivered mail around our neighborhood. His baby's mom lived in my projects in Ravenswood houses. He would say hi to everyone, and on Christmas, no matter how poor people were, they often left him a tip in cash. Rich had a dark side to him.
My
that involved
God.
a fight where he beat his baby's mom and got a restraining order. He broke her orbital bone during an argument.
So he wasn't a very good
During that
fucking
year,
mailman.
his girlfriend would often walk around with 2 black eyes or a swollen cheek. He was beating her. He did not show up for
What a
2
piece of
weeks
shit.
because of some departmental procedure suspending him till they found out what the case was about. I saw him 2 weeks later and Rich was less cheery. The new year brought him a child support garnishment for his kid and legal problems.
He's gonna kill his kid,
not to
isn't
mention
he?
problems regarding custody.
And the
a few
wife.
months passed and I had noticed him staring into the distance of the hot sun. He did not look good. His long stares would be longer and longer, and it would take his name being called 3 times for him to respond. Everyone around the area heard he had broken a court order and beat his girlfriend again. Rich was not the cheery, charismatic man we had once known, but something darker. One day, coming out from work, I see a Telemundo truck with Eyewitness News Channel 7 and a New York 1 news van. Rich killed his wife and 7-year-old and 13-year-old stepson. Both heads were chopped off. The kids' penis was found in their mouths.
Jesus
Both heads were in
Christ.
a closet. They lived 2 buildings down from me, and my friend was their neighbor. Cops sealed off the building. Rich tried to slit his wrist, but failed and was taken by an ambulance. After detectives left the crime scene 2 weeks later, and everything was concluded, we snuck through my neighbor's yard, who lived next door to the crime scene. All the action took place in the kitchen. There were trails of blood from the living room.
Why would
leading
you break into the
bedroom, like
crime
bodies had
scene?
been dragged. The bedroom had a broken door, but we didn't go inside. This was before crime scene cleanup came.
You're gonna like
I
fucking
had
contaminate the
nightmares for
crime
weeks.
scene.
There was a boy who lived in my building who was 7, who was friends with Rich's kid. He became completely traumatized after he heard about his friend's death. His mother encouraged me to talk to him since he looked up to me as a big brother. I remember he asked me, "Why do people hurt kids?" I could only say, "Because they are sick in their heads." He sobbed in front of me and I, of course, comforted him. From that point on, I had trouble sleeping for a while.
The story
Going in the actual
happened.
murder scene made things much worse. I will always remember a blank stare when I joked around with him.
I will always remember his blank stare. Postman Pat. Trying to find another good one. Trying to find a good one. Okay, here we go.
One evening, I got hungry on my way home, so I found a restaurant nearby. I can't remember the detail of the restaurant's name exactly. It was some kind of a weird word like an old man mispronounced. Something like that.
What?
When I went inside, I could see a table with glass on top of green felt.
What kind of
A
fucking
strange
description is
tiger
that?
frame made of a hooked needle kid.
Mustard
and the
tiger.
fishbowl, which was encrusted with yellow slime. There were no guests at all.
Then why did you go
The damp
there?
smell of the subway hit my nose, and the inside was just dark with only dimly yellow light. It seemed a bit weird, but then I caught someone's eye that seemed like the owner of the restaurant, so I just sat down.
Maybe you should not
He came
eat
up to
there.
me and handed me the menu. When I opened it, there was a flash on the photos everywhere, as if it were just taken before the car accident. And the whole time I
What?
watched them, I felt that my appetite was decreasing. Unless I had deluded myself, the menu was all consist of French fine cuisine, such as foie gras. However, the name of the menu had many typos, and the calligraphic style was so countrified. It was a total mess.
What?
Well, I guess I came in the wrong place. Let's just finish the food and get out quickly. Thinking this, I raised my hand to order something, but he just stared at me.
Raised my hand.
About a
You
few
think you're in
seconds
school?
later, he approached me again, but the way of his tone was kind of odd. May I have your order, sir? With a strangely bright voice, he went inside, but I could not hear any cooking sound for more than 10 minutes. The quiet inside gave me the chills, and at that moment, I could feel that someone was watching me. When I turned around, the owner, who thought he had gone in to cook, was sitting on the back chair and staring at me.
What the fuck?
I asked him with a puzzled look, is there someone in there to cook? Maybe he's warming it up, right? However, he was just smiling, staring at me without saying any words.
Yeah, maybe you
A
should
few
leave.
minutes later, I felt burdened by his gaze suddenly, so I just left the store. Come to think of it, I
Thank
came out
God.
because he didn't start any cooking. But anyhow, I didn't feel good for some reason at that time. Just in case he would come after me with a smile on his face, I closed the door and ran away from the restaurant with all my strength. I know that it wasn't that scary, but it was
Yeah.
the most uncomfortable
Good
place
idea.
in my whole life. The atmosphere of the restaurant and the owner, everything was strange.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Kind of bizarre.
Hallucin. My name is Bree. This happened in 2016. I was 19 years old at the time. I was up late the night before into the early morning studying, and I hadn't had much sleep, so I had just woken up from a nap. I decided to hop in the shower to waken myself. That's when I heard this weird scraping sound coming from somewhere outside. I stopped the shower and peered out from behind the curtain, and then made my way over to the window. I saw nothing, but I could still hear the noise. I thought it may have been my neighbor working in a shed, so I ignored the disturbance and finished up in the shower. Before I continue, I should inform you that I have severe anxiety problems, and I often get a little paranoid sometimes. It also doesn't help that I have PTSD as well. Anyways, I was now back in my room, and I took a seat on my bed. I texted my then boyfriend and asked him what he wanted for dinner. While I was waiting for him to respond, I just relaxed and scrolled through my Facebook. I was reading an article about the recent clown sightings that were happening at the time, when I was interrupted by the sound of footsteps coming from outside.
You know who
I
it is.
stopped and listened carefully. I heard a few more steps, followed by a tapping noise. I was a bit confused by this. It hadn't yet occurred to me that I had an unwelcomed guest outside. I was thinking why my boyfriend hadn't knocked on the door or called before he showed up. We usually had a routine with things like this, especially if I was home alone. He would either text, call, or FaceTime me to let me know when he was on his way home, or if he was at the door, because there had been a lot of shady activity around our neighborhood at the time. I then called out to him, and suddenly, all fell silent. I texted him and asked if he was at the door. There was no reply, so I decided to peek through the bedroom window. While I was making my way to the other side of the room, my phone started ringing. It was my boyfriend wanting to FaceTime. When I answered, he said he was about 15 minutes away. As I was talking to him, I pulled back the curtains of my bedroom window, and that's when all the blood in my veins turned to ice as I came face to face with a fucking clown.
He went all out.
I know I wasn't hallucinating. An actual clown was looking at me through the window, smiling. After my initial shock, I actually started to laugh, thinking that this had to be some kind of prank my boyfriend was pulling on me. So
I'm
I
glad
played
that her
along,
reaction was the same,
pretending to be terrified, and whispered into the phone, "Very funny, asshole. Love the whole scary clown thing." I chuckled and rolled my eyes. My boyfriend was confused, and I explained to him about the clown at the window, and said that he and his friend did a good job scaring the piss out of me. He seemed confused, saying that all of his friends were hanging out at the pub, and that he was not a part of any plan to prank me. Upon hearing this, I felt my stomach in my throat as I looked back at the clown, who was still just outside my window. He reached into his costume and pulled out a very real-looking butcher's knife. By this point, I wasn't sure what was going on, so I grabbed my baseball bat.
And who was clown?
My boyfriend told me that he was now only a few minutes away. He shouted at me to stay inside and to lock all the doors and windows. I quickly closed the curtains and went into the lounge. It wasn't long before I heard a loud pounding on the front door. Suddenly, I heard a creepy voice coming from the other side.
"Let me in, child."
I didn't respond to the voice. I just stood perfectly still, waiting for the next move. Loud pounding rang out again, causing the door to rattle on its hinges, but I kept quiet, even when I heard the doorknob rattling. Although I was pretty scared at this point, I was also getting a tad irritated, and yelled out to the clown, "Fuck off! Go annoy someone else!" I then heard muffled laughter, followed by the creepy voice.
It's Bart Simpson.
"Please let me in, doll.
Yeah.
I just want to play.
Eat my shorts, dude.
I want to play with your inside."
Oh my god.
I had enough of this. I was about to go out and confront this creepy asshole myself when I heard my boyfriend's voice, who was still on the phone, say, "Hang up and call the cops." After some consideration,
Get the clown spray.
I thought that maybe confronting the creepy clown outside with a butcher's knife was not the correct course of action. So I did as my boyfriend said. I left the lounge and was soon explaining to the police dispatcher the situation. I was on my way back to my room when I heard the sound of glass breaking. I stopped in my tracks and told them that I think the clown just broke into the house. They immediately told me to get somewhere safe, and that's when I heard my ex yelling out, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing? Get the hell out of here. The police are on the way."
Look at the clown. He's like...
The clown just bellowed out a psychotic laugh and took off. As I made my way back into the bedroom, something caught my eye. I peered out the window. Through a gap in the curtains, I saw another clown.
Like Mario.
He appeared to be holding some kind of saw blade in his hand.
Literally, he dressed up like Mario.
But I was like a deer caught in the headlights. I couldn't move or scream. Fear then overcame me, as I realized my boyfriend was now out there with 2 creepy clowns. I screamed into the phone, "There's another clown outside my bedroom. Please hurry." After a few moments, I was relieved when I heard my boyfriend at the back door.
Looks like Pro Jared.
I quickly let him inside. We then held each other tightly until the police arrived. After taking our statements, the police discovered a rusted hacksaw and an axe lying on the ground outside of my bedroom window. There were red marks all over them. Of course, the creepy clowns that had turned my night into a freak show were nowhere to be found. After that night, I struggled to fall asleep. I often think to myself, what would have happened to me if I had been stupid enough to open that door? Were they
What
just
does
a
the other
couple
one
of
have
thrill
around his
seekers
neck,
looking
like
to
a
frighten
scarf?
A girl who was all alone?
Got like a shawl?
Or were they in fact out for blood?
What is he wearing? No. That's definitely not what we want. This guy just has like K-pop at the end of his fucking videos now. I think that was short enough not to be DMCA'd. I feel like that would be instant death. I like a couple of K-pop songs from like 5 years ago. It was just like this one girl band. Here we go.
This story took place months ago. I had a friend. Let me just call his name as Cheese while I'm telling this story. So whenever Cheese and I got bored in those days,
yeah,
we
I was trying to think of
usually went
Gangnam
the forest
Style
to
too, yeah,
discover
that's
new
right.
routes and places near our houses.
Why this
Sometimes we
music?
reached a gated property and we entered the property through the forest.
That animation,
It
he's
was
trying
so
to get
much
over,
fun
he
to see
fell.
that the security guard didn't know that we were coming in and going out. However, this incident changed everything, and we never went to another place since that day. One day it was kind of late on that day, and we were riding our bike as usual. The sky got darker and darker, and we passed
what was
through
with
the
the clown
forest,
music?
bushes, and unpaved roads. The forest was so thick that we could hardly see any source of light. Thanks to my mom, she had told me to take my phone with me, and I could move forward, turning
Thanks to
on the
my mom.
flashlight. Then, all of a sudden, we heard a rustling noise in the bushes. We stopped and both turned our eyes to it. Cheese stared at me with shivering eyes and said, "Hey, why don't we just go back?" I don't know what gave me the courage to say, "But we're almost halfway, I guess. Let's go forward." So we began to move again, riding our bike. But Cheese suddenly stopped, and I could see the frightened look on his face. I also stopped at the spot and looked where his eyes were headed. Something was in front of us. My mouth was wide open when I saw an old man standing alone and muttering something. We couldn't hear anything, but we could read his lip movements in the bright light of the fire he set around. Then Cheese pointed his finger at something.
Cheese!
I noticed that something was wrong. There were someone's skulls forming a circle around them.
Someone's skulls.
You can't imagine how I got terrified at that time. It was impossible for us to run away because the old man was blocking our way. He slowly turned his body
why was it
toward us and
impossible?
said something like this.
"We need some more sacrifice."
I was not expecting
Then
that
he
voice.
pulled out his pocket knife and ran toward us. I knew I had to think fast.
What?
Screaming, I took my helmet off and threw it at his face. And Cheese grabbed a big stone on the road and threw it at him at the same time.
Cheese,
He dodged
my
my
man.
helmet, but fortunately the stone got him accurately. He hit his head hard by the stone and fell down on the road.
Fucking killed a guy.
And we turned our cycles back and drove off as fast as we could without looking back. The next day, we checked that same place, but neither the man nor the circle of skulls remained. We've kept this story secret, but to this day, I always think of the same thing. What would have happened to me if Cheese hadn't have thrown that stone at the old man?
What the fuck?
Who was he? And what was he doing? I have no idea.
Fact or fiction? I'm looking for a good one. I'm looking for a good one.
I grew up in the Midwest United States. During the 90s, my family lived in a tight-knit community.
I like this song.
And we would often have get-togethers and barbecues with our neighbors. It was truly the American dream.
They all drinking Capri Suns.
My brother and I were very good friends with all the kids from our
Capri
neighborhood.
Sun commercial.
And whenever we'd have one of these gatherings, all the kids would get together for a game of manhunt to avoid any back and forth of who would be chosen as the hider and the seekers. My brothers and I would usually volunteer to be the seekers. There was this giant forest area outside of our neighborhood where the games would take place. And since we would often go fishing with my dad around this area, we knew it pretty well. You could say we were all very competitive. I remember it was the 4th of July, 1996.
More Capri Sun.
The entire community threw a party at the neighborhood park. And of course, this meant that we kids were going to have our traditional game of manhunt, one of the biggest we've ever had, and it would take place after the fireworks show. By the time the fireworks stopped, I'd say it was around 9:30 p.m. Shortly after, we gathered everyone for a game and began around 9:45. Things started out like any other game. We caught most of the low-level hiders within the first 10 minutes.
The low-level hiders.
However, there were still some of the older kids hiding out in
all.
some of the more obscured areas of the park. We were always told never to go
Who's
too
that
deep into the
pose?
woods. To give you some perspective, the park we were at was at the very back of our neighborhood. Beyond that was the forest that went on for about 3 miles before you got to the highway that led into town. There was no hunting allowed in this forest because of its proximity to residential
Low-level
areas.
hiding scrubs.
So we would often see a lot of deer and other animals roaming about. Anyways,
Deer.
The game went on for a while longer, and despite
Just
their
like,
best efforts, we apprehended most of the hiders, except for a girl who was about 8 years old. We'll call her Ashley. I found this to be very odd because Ashley wasn't the best hider. We made our way to the small lake besides the clubhouse. This was the last area we would check before letting someone know that we couldn't find Ashley. It was about this time that I began to feel this sinking feeling in my stomach. I was only 11 years old at the time, but I could tell there was something wrong. I distinctly remember seeing the moon reflecting brightly upon the surface of the water as we made our way around the lake. When we got to the far side of the lake, we started hearing a strange noise coming from within the trees. It sounded like someone was being brutally stabbed over and over again.
Oh my god.
But no screams were accompanying the awful sound.
Someone was being brutally stabbed over and over.
line.
At least it sounded
When
like
my
it.
brother pointed his flashlight into the trees, we saw a hooded figure with its back turned to us. They appeared to be kneeling down and stabbing at something with a large hunting knife. As soon as the beam of light fell upon the figure, it immediately stopped what it was doing and stood up. The next thing I remember is my oldest brother covering my eyes with his free hand and telling us to run back to the park. The three of us took off and ran towards the party.
Someone was getting stabbed.
I remember hearing the sounds of thudding boots tearing through the bush behind us. And as soon as we got back to the party, my older brother told my dad about the man in the woods. The rest of the night is a blur to me. I only remember seeing the police showing up and me falling asleep in my dad's arms. The next morning, I was told that Ashley ended up leaving with her parents while the game was still going on, which explains why we couldn't find her. I didn't get a good look at what the hooded man had been stabbing at, but my brother told me it was a deer carcass. Looking back, I suppose we could just chalk it up to someone hunting in a restricted area. But there's still something that bothers me. What kind of person rapidly stabs at a dead deer in the dark?
Rapidly
And even though
stabs?
he was nowhere to be seen by the time we got back to the party, I'm certain that he was chasing us, at least for a short distance. It makes me wonder what he would have done
Story wasn't
if
very
he
scary.
caught us. That was the very last game of Manhunt our neighborhood ever played.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Nah, I don't know about that one.
This happened to me when I was working at McDonald's. My boss assigned a schedule amongst our staff. I was unfortunately scheduled for the night shift on Fridays. I didn't usually mind as we didn't get a whole lot of business around this time of night. My boss was pretty laid back and didn't mind if I went on my phone during business hours, so long as I got all my work done.
As long as I did all my
remember
work.
dozing off repeatedly due to the fact that I wasn't fully acclimated with the night shift hours. Psst. That's when I heard someone making a psst sound, the kind of sound you make when you try to draw someone's attention. I notice a customer trying to make an order outside, so I quickly greet them with my usual, "Hi, welcome to McDonald's, may I take your order?" I then heard a man say, "One Whopper, please." "Yes, I would like one Whopper, please." I couldn't tell if he was being a smartass or not, so I ended up saying, "This isn't Burger King, sir. We don't serve that here." I heard him chuckling profusely after I said that. I quickly checked the security camera, only to see a clown. The clown was standing in front of the drive-thru menu without a car. It's not Halloween, why the hell is this guy dressed up like that? I really didn't want to serve this guy, so I decided to use our company policy as a plausible excuse for him to exit the premises. "Hi, sir. Unfortunately, you need to be in a vehicle in order to purchase something here." "If you don't have a Whopper, I'll take a Baconator instead." I now could tell this guy was some random psycho harassing me. I instinctively yell, "Get the hell out of here before I call the cops!"
He
I
yells at him.
cautiously stick my head out the window, only to see the clown no longer there. A couple hours later, near the end of my shift, I notify my boss and fellow employees regarding the situation. They all dismiss my accusations by saying ignorant things like, "Did you get his autograph?" Or, "It was probably some guy that thought it was Halloween." I annoyingly pretend to be amused and head home. The following Friday,
You just thought it was
my time to
Halloween.
work the night shift again. I really dreaded working this shift, especially after what transpired that day. I tried to convince myself that it would be highly unlikely that I encounter that clown again. As time went on, I remember dozing off as I get startled by another psst sound. I urgently check the security camera, but don't see anyone present. At this point, I genuinely thought I was hearing things due to my subconscious mind thinking about the clown. My paranoia must have been at the peak of its height. That's when I turn my head towards the drive-thru window, only to see the clown staring dead at me. "If you don't make me a Big Mac, I will kill you. Trevor." My heart sank to my stomach. The clown knew my name. I immediately grabbed my cell phone to call the cops, but my hands were trembling so much that I actually wasn't capable of dialing anything. The clown started banging his head on the glass while screaming my name, Trevor, repeatedly. "Trevor, Trevor, Trevor, I am not loving it! Trevor, 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 Trevor!" I see blood dripping down from his head. I started shouting from the top of my lungs, "Leave me alone or I will call the cops!" The clown runs away as another car approaches the drive-thru lot. I stupidly resume work and wait for my boss to come in. Upon his arrival, I explained the entire situation to him.
His face, though.
He then dismisses me by saying,
Doesn't it look familiar?
"Don't sweat it, kid. It was probably some drunk. You can go home now." As he was talking, I noticed a cut on his forehead. I could even see blood start to drip from it. No. It can't be. Goodbye, Trevor. No.
What do you think happened to him? Yeah, he's probably fine. All right, one more. Whatever happened to Randonautica? What is that even?
For the past few weeks, me and my friend have been using the app Randonautica. One night recently, me and Daniel went to the movies. When the movie ended, it wasn't that late, so we came up with the idea to grab some food and use the app.
Yeah.
We searched for creepy locations,
Spooky.
and the app gave us a destination to drive to. The app was taking us to a quiet part of the highway. We had to pull over by an abandoned rest stop and walk the rest of the way because there were no roads heading into where the app was telling us to go. Me and Daniel walked towards the woods and climbed over an old rusty fence. We carried on walking into the woods with about 5 minutes left until we reached our destination. We came prepared and brought with us flashlights as we've been doing this often. We finally arrived to the location where the app was leading us to, and it led us to a cabin. It was hard to tell if someone was using this or it was left abandoned. Daniel asked if we should go inside and look around. I said, I don't know. It could be someone's property. Daniel eventually convinced me to check it out. There weren't any cars around or lights in the cabin, and we were kind of in the middle of nowhere, so I agreed. We entered the cabin by going through the front door as it was unlocked. Just like the outside, the cabin looked abandoned but also like someone had been living there. The downstairs was relatively normal. We went upstairs and there was only one room. We assumed it to be a bedroom, and after opening the door, we were right. The room was not normal, however. Someone had nailed pages from what I assumed was a Bible all over the walls and ceiling. Scattered on the floor were more Bibles and Bible pages that had been ripped out. If this wasn't creepy enough, there was a bag sitting on the bed. I looked inside and there was a small Bible, a box of matches, a large rusty pair of scissors, and a hammer that had blood on it. I showed Daniel what was in the bag, and he said we should probably leave. As we went downstairs, Daniel stopped.
His friend reminds me of something. I can't put my finger on it.
After listening out carefully, we heard men talking in the near distance. Then I noticed, through the window, about 6 or 7 flashlights in the woods approaching the cabin. We quietly left through the front door again and started jogging back to where the car was. We hopped the fence and drove back home. That night, Daniel texted me with a picture of a news article that he had read that was posted 2 days ago. Man brutally murdered in his home. He was found with Bible pages stuffed in his hand. I keep thinking that those men by the cabin we found were responsible for that man's murder. And if we had been caught in their cabin, me and Daniel might have suffered the same similar fate.
Okay. Hammer time. All right, everybody. I'm going to wrap it up there for now. It was a good little stream. Thank you for watching. Unfortunately, World of Horror didn't go well, but some good videos there. And I might be back later on tonight. Let's see what happens. Possibly. Maybe, maybe not. But either way, appreciate you all hanging out. As always,